Aloha, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. I'm Paper Mario Guy, and in the last episode we finished Oob's complete story. And, like, nothing changes, because that was the second playthrough. Nothing changes, but we completed in the second story. We're gonna do Broly, but first I want to show you kind of what I do with Broly. Like, just about how overpowered and just what's gonna be different for him. Game options. See, we've been doing Z because Z2 and Z3 were too hard. And I could just bump it up to Z2, but I'm going to bump it up to Z3. Because that's just what I do. So it's going to be on Z3 for now. And if I change it back for Vegeta, then I'll show that off. But I mean, I'm going to do Broly on Z3 and we're going to go for it. I do use the viral heart disease thing. I'm pretty, I mean, I may try one battle without it, but depending on how it winds up turning out, I don't know. I'm going to use Senzu Bean at first, but if I feel like I'm having too many problems with it, then I'm just going to switch. But honestly, my Broly character is like, you know, hard. Anyway, here's a new thing. How created the monster Majin Buu. Unable to control Buu, Bibidi sealed him away and carried him to Earth. Thus, when Bibidi was defeated by the Supreme Kai, Buu was thought to be neutralized. However, Bibidi had a son with the same evil heart, Babidi. After bringing the Demon King Gabora under his control, Babidi hatched his plans to revive Buu. The Supreme Kai had turned to Goku and his friends for help. Can they stop Babidi in time? Yeah. I never understood that. I don't know why they played that particular, like, scene for Broly's story, but I mean, look at him. Look at how evil and sadistic he looks. If you don't know the backstory of Broly, I'll give you kind of a rundown. Broly was one of the few people, one of the few Saiyans, to still be alive. They explained it that it was, alright, here, let me just put Senzu Bean on, yeah. They explained it, I'm pretty sure, because I watched the Legendary Super Saiyan not too long ago, but they explained it that, Broly was born as a kid with such a high power level that, that they wanted to execute him, and then Broly's father, Paragus, was like, no, you're not even giving him a chance. And they still didn't give him a chance or anything. And what wound up happening was they, like, went to kill Paragus, and then they just kind of threw what's-his-face, Broly, as a baby out. And, his just, like, power, or something along with his power, was able to protect, him and Paragus, and then they kind of like moved away from Planet Vegeta, and then eventually was destroyed. So I think that's how they made it seem like that's how they justified him being alive and everything. So that's a little bit of a backstory. When he was born with 10,000, like a power level of 10,000. And if you remember, I mean, if you don't remember, then you gotta be slapped in the face. But over 9,000, one of the most famous quotes of DBZ history, was basically showing, like, oh my god, this dude's so freaking powerful, it's insane. Like, and Broly was born with a power level of over 10,000. So, I mean, if you just think about it in that sense, I mean, Broly would have been able to, as a baby, defeat Prince Vegeta, Nappa, and Goku all by himself. I don't know if they ever tell you, like, what his power level is after that point, but I mean, you can just, look at how big he is. He's by far the biggest character in the game. Like, I'll show you, like, maybe, well, hopefully I remember, but I mean, I can do a comparison of Omega Shenron and Broly, and Broly's bigger. And boom, there we go. So, the thing you should know about Z3, the reason why it's so difficult, in my opinion, is yes, they are the battles are just generally harder, but it's also part of the fact that if you look, Videl is the first fight of Broly's story, and she starts out with like the most incredible amount of HP, like for any first boss or first fight that I've ever done. So I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. And that was the whole reason why I couldn't do it on Z3, because like Raditz and everything. I mean, when I first started back, I don't know, it's probably it's well over a month and a half ago now. But when I tried for facing Raditz with Goku, I just couldn't do it. Like it was, granted, he was just a better, like he was like countering everything. And doing a lot of annoying things. It was just he started out with white HP, and I couldn't touch him. Like I would only get him down to like yellow like once every like 4 or 5 tries. So I mean, and then even then I would still lose. But I mean, there's our fight with Videl. I kind of abuse Blaster Cell. I kind of use it a lot, but I mean, you know, that's what happens. But anywho, CZ3, the base experience value is 80,000 points. And, wow, I actually rank up. So, we're going to put this on Key, I believe. And we will rank up only, like, 1 level. But, I mean, if you look, I have, like, 2.5 million experience. I use Broly a lot. I've played his story, like, 6 or 7 times. So... he'll talk about Kakarot a lot. That's really like all he can say. It seems when he's in rage. Anyway, we could go to this dot up here and do another battle like in the story mode, but I feel like going to West City and showing you off one of the side battles so I don't forget about it. And this is probably pretty... Yeah, I like this battle a lot. But it has Vegeta and everything, and he's like all scared and everything, like he was in the TV special, or I mean the movie, because that wasn't a TV special. He's all scared like he was in the movie, and then you go and fight him in my favorite. It's actually like this is probably my single favorite battle out of any story in any of the things, because it has my 2 favorite characters to play as, Vegeta and Broly, in my favorite thing. In my favorite arena, as well as the fact that, I mean, like, I don't know, facing Vegeta is fun. Fighting against him is fun, facing him is fun. So, but, yeah, the battles are going to be a tad bit longer, but, I mean, that's alright. Broly has 5 bars of ki, and, yeah, I just have a lot to talk about with Broly, actually. Just because, it was actually funny because, Broly, I used to play this game with my older brother, Anthony, a lot. And, he was way better than me at the game. He just had an overall better strategy. He would apply his capsules, in a lot more practical way than I would. I would kind of just put, like, all the Super Saiyans and then, like, Kamehameha, and he would actually use, like, viral heart disease with the vaccine trick, which is actually how I know about that trick, like, just using it because of getting screwed over by him. But, he would just have all these different things that he would use to, beat me, and a lot of times I just couldn't win with no matter who I used, unless I was using Broly. There was something about, I don't know if maybe it's just because Broly is a strong character, but I mean, I was always able to beat my brother with Broly, and, I don't know. Broly is a strong character, though. As you can see, I'm kind of just spamming this, but I mean... I don't know, I don't think spamming's that bad, it just... There's not much I can do. Plus, I have it at my dispense. Oh. And boom, just right in his face. But, I mean, Broly's not going to be, like, 1 part or anything. I think it's going to take 2 more parts. Considering that was a side battle, I only get half the experience. But, I mean, I'm completely fine with that. But that's all I really wanted to show off with Broly's story. Finally, I recorded a second episode today, like I've been meaning to do every single time I've recorded in the last couple days. So I'll definitely have an episode up. I'm going to keep on recording, so I'll definitely have an episode up tomorrow and everything on time, so don't worry about it. But in the next episode, we will continue on Broly's story, so see you in part 45.